What's going on, guys? It's Benjamin Turbo here, back again with another video. So today we are going to look at my reading order for Batman comics. Batman has been around since 1940s, and it is a very hard comic book to get into, especially with all the storylines and different variations of this character. So I'm going to tell you in today's video the most essential books that you must read before you get into New 52 Batman or Batman the Rebirth era. So we noted that you can get away with not reading some of them, but I mostly suggest you read all of them, because they are great stories. They add another layer to the character, and it makes the character more interesting for you. Okay, let's just say that. First off, we have Batman Year One. Batman Year One is by Frank Miller, David Mazzucchelli, Richmond Louise. I have the deluxe edition, digital deluxe edition, and the art style was ahead of its time when it came out. The story is pretty simple, yet very interesting. It is the first year of Batman's appearance, and Jim Gordon has just been transferred to Gotham, and then Batman appears. Next up, we have Batman Prey. Batman Prey is written by Doug Moench and with Paul Gulacy, and the art style is good. It's great actually, and the story is good also. It is essential to read this one because of some appearances, so I suggest you read this one. As much as I suggest Batman Year One, I also suggest reading Batman The Man Who Laughs by Ed Brubaker. And this story is the story that is a great introduction to Joker for new readers. You see, Batman is in his first year, and Joker appears for the first time. This story is, of course, the canon appearance of Joker, the canon first appearance of Joker, and as you can see, Batmobile and other things. The art style is very nice compared to the other ones we saw before, and I gotta say, Joker's first appearance is a must to read if you want to get into Batman. Next up, we have Batman Gothic. Batman Gothic is a great story written by Grant Morrison. Grant Morrison is a very good Batman writer. His run on Batman is a must read. I will mention it in the next parts of the video. And let's see. Yes, Gothic. The art style is very nice, and the character of Batman is displayed as horrific as it gets in this one, because it's some sort of a spooky Halloween themed story. So if you like those kind of stories, definitely read it. I highly suggest it. Next up, we have Batman Venom. Batman Venom is a great story because it tells us that Batman has some sort of addiction to a pill called Venom that will actually affect some storylines in the future. And the art style is also great again. It is written by Dennis O'Neil, and I highly suggest it because of the effect that it has on the character itself. He gets addicted because of the power. He likes the power that he gets from this pill. This pill makes him stronger than usual. Um, some sort of strength boost, if you will call it. It's some sort of a strength boost for Batman. So we have Batman Snow. Yes, you are right. It's called Snow. It's the first canon appearance of Mr. Freeze. I love this villain. It's one of my favorite. The story is very nice, and he's a likable character and a little bit relatable. The art isn't nice at all, I think, but the story itself makes it good enough to deal with the art. You must also read Batman Haunted Knight, the first appearance of Scarecrow and Mad Hatter. They are all standalone stories that happen in different Halloweens between year 1 to year 3 of Batman. As you can see, this is a Scarecrow. Then we have Batman Long Halloween by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. They are also the writers of Batman Haunted Knight, which I showed you here previously. And this story is a great story of Batman. It is also spooky and Halloween themed. It also has a sequel called Dark Victory. Yes, Dark Victory is a great comic. Dark Victory is one of the best comics of Batman. It is also written by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. As you can see, there is Two-Face. I think this is the first appearance of Two-Face. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. It has been a long time since I read this. We have another book by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale, which is another sequel to their run. And this is Catwoman When in Rome. Yes, this is not a Batman comic, but it is as important as the other ones that I showed you. Now here we get into some kind of important books. Robin Year 1 is an important book because it shows the first year that Robin becomes Robin. And then we have Batgirl Year 1. Batgirl Year 1 is a good comic to read after Robin Year 1 because they sort of appear at the same time, same year. So it is important to read this one as well. I also suggest reading Batman Faces. I think this is the origin of Two-Face. Yes, it's an important story of Two-Face. I highly suggest you read this. Next up we have Batman Tales of the Demon. This is the book that you should read in order to get to know one of the best Batman villains, Ra's al Ghul. Some will say Ra's al Ghul, which is wrong. It is Ra's al Ghul. And the character of Ra's al Ghul is pretty awesome. He's basically immortal because of some water. I don't want to spoil this book. This book is good. Birth of the Demon. Yes, this is the story of Batman's love for Ra's al Ghul's daughter, and then at the end there was a child born that will grow up and become Damian Wayne, the Robin, current Robin, in the Rebirth era. At this point, I want to give you an honorable mention. Batman Chalice by Chuck Dixon and John Van Fleet. This book is underrated. It has good art. You may not like it, but it is a great artwork. The story is great. A villain appears that I haven't seen after this story ever again. A very good villain, and this book is Egyptian themed, which is a very good thing because I love Egypt. At this point, we get to Matt Wagner's Trinity: Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. This book is the first meeting of Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, as the name says. So, with this, you get the introduction to the other two characters, Superman and Wonder Woman, which will affect many years of comics to come after this book. So this book is definitely a must read. Next up we have Batman Second Chances. So a boy tries to steal the tire of Batmobile and let's say he becomes the new Robin. Jason Todd is the new Robin in this book, and because Dick Grayson left and became Nightwing, this book is a good read, but the character of Jason Todd isn't likable at all in this book, but I highly suggest it because of the two books that I will show you next. This is an essential read. Next up we have Batman The Killing Joke. Batman The Killing Joke is a great story because it is the origin of Joker. In this book, Joker tries to prove to Jim Gordon that it only takes one day to become insane. And I gotta say, he doesn't get to prove his point because he didn't have a point. And we understand that all the things that happened to Joker that made him like this, it didn't happen in one day. It happened in a lifetime. Next up we have Batman A Death in the Family. Yes, this is the most important one that is connected to Batman's Second Chances directly, because this story is the story of how Jason Todd was killed by the Joker. This story takes place right after Barbara Gordon was shot in the back and was shot by Joker and was paralyzed. So if you read these three comics back to back, you will understand the toll that Batman takes after these accidents and these horrible actions by Joker, which made some anger issues for Batman. Lastly, we have Batman Arkham Asylum. It is written by Grant Morrison again. It is under the DC Black Label because of some adult themes that it has. The art style is some sort of spooky, horrifying. The story is great, and I consider it to be canon for now, and that's why I'm telling you, you should read this one. This is a great read. As you can see, ages 17 plus. So if you're under 18, don't read this one. So we are at the end of this video. So guys, if you like this video, please like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more contents. See you next time.